Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are playing with the Paislees and Petals collection from FancyPants Designs. This is my second project using this collection, and you knew that I loved these two pages right here. This one is called Acid and Lightning Free, and I just love this one. And then this one I already cut off the branding strip, but these like foliage leaf ones I need to cut out. So I am just fussy cutting everything out first, and then we'll decide what kind of orientation, maybe like a wreath, maybe like a cluster in the corners. And then I think this is the picture I'm going to use. It's been in, I just had it printed. I have like always a stack of photos that I want to scrap and I print, which is not a bad thing, which can be a bad thing because I start printing more than I actually can keep up with scrapping. But this one's been in my stash. It's black and white, so no matter what collection I use, it'll go well with. And I picked it too because these are the title pieces, and I thought about using Looking Fabulous as kind of a big pop from the collection. I mean, other words would work too, just like happiness or happy today or just good day. But I thought if I could find a picture that I can use this big, bold title, that could work. And then I just have these puffy hearts. These are not from the collection. This is from Allie Edwards. But the colors like up here go so perfectly, even the green actually, that I thought as an accent piece I can use that. But I have the enamel dots from the collection, and I have the ephemera. This one is mixed between the florals already. Oh no, here's the florals and like the tag set. So I have both of those to use. So I will start fussy cutting out the leaves, fussy cutting out the flowers, and I'll bring you back, and then we'll start playing off with arranging them on a probably white piece of cardstock. So let's get started. Okay, I do take the time to cut out the entire floral pink piece of paper minus the rainbows. I did cut out some of the rainbows, but I ended up not using them all, so all the flowers are definitely utilized. And then on this page as well, I did cut out the two largest like floral elements because they do kind of wind up the page when you see it start to come together. So for me, I think I've said it in the past, whenever I fussy cut, so like when I started filming this and then do it, I truly put a book on audio and go to town. This is definitely something that is not a problem for me to do. I kind of zone out, and it may take 20 minutes or maybe it took longer. I actually didn't time it, but this part, I know some people like cringe at the idea of fussy cutting, but for me, it's not so bad. So then I also decided to cut out the silhouette of the photo of myself. Now I could have left it the whole photo. It was all white in that background anyway, but I think if you've seen my videos, and I think I posted, I've already done a similar thing with a picture of Valentina where I cut her out because I made the background white. And it could be either way. Neither one is wrong or right. I just decided to cut the silhouette out. This used to be such an old school way for me to scrapbook back in the day. I remember in high school always cutting out all the silhouettes of the people in it, and cutting out the background, which might have been like the lockers in the hallway or something. Nostalgic there. So since I've cut out all of the flowers, like my head, don't get me wrong, like could I have just done two clusters, maybe one up in opposite corners? Absolutely. But if you've been here, you know that the more the merrier. So for me, I do believe I used like the entire 12 by 12 on this 12 by 12, just clustered the whole paper in a way that I found more appealing. So there you go. And then these big green leaves are from another pattern paper. I actually also fussy cut those out of a piece of scrap that I had from making that tag album, which was my first project using this kit. And the green is so good. It's like a good, true, like hunter emerald green. And then it has like the little details in the, what do you call it? Like the veins of the leaf. And it worked out perfectly to have them as embellishments to the flowers as well. So yeah, like I said, you didn't need to use all the flowers, but I have to use all the flowers. And then some of these mandala looking elements too, they are from the other scraps paper. So I did do a tag album. I will leave it hopefully linked down below. It was my first project using this collection. And so with some of the scrap papers from there, these mandala elements were also there, and that little bit of a paisley one. So in the end, when I started like clustering it, you saw me auditioning everything at first. I just added a few extra layers, of interest there. It worked out fine. Does it need it? No, it does not. But I definitely think it adds to it because it brings in a little bit more of that yellow, a little bit more of the green, and yeah, it just added to more of the interest. Like I said, I just layered all of the pieces on here. And so I wanted to use the whole title saying looking fabulous, just because I don't know if I don't know when other time I would be able to use a big title like this. So it worked out perfectly. I left enough white space or the negative space for it to definitely shine through next to the photo. And then let's go in with some of the enamel dots from the collection. These are obviously in sync with the rest of the colors, so they kind of just melt away but give you the more of texture, but you really love them because they, like, the colors just match perfectly, and I think that's always the best part. The last things I will do here is do some gold paint splatter from the gloss sprays from Dina Wakley, and then my journaling is on one of the tags on the bottom already in that lower right corner, just talking about where the photo was taken. And yeah, that will wrap up this layout. Okay, everyone, that will wrap up this layout. Do I just like always do with every floral layout that I do? Because it's just it's delicious. It's delicious to cut out all of those. And what I'm excited about too is that I do have a second piece of this paper, so I can do another variation of this in the future. And the big bold title, gotta love it. And so I just wrote a little bit of journaling on I put the date that I made this layout, but this photo was taken before, but that doesn't matter. I just always make the date I made the layout. And then just talked about how it was sunsetting and the streaks of light were from the sun behind me, and that I just liked it. So that's what created a selfie moment. And then that's the layout, everyone. And you saw me do a lot of fun foam. So things are popped up for some added interest. And then I finished it off with this spray. So I am in love with the gloss sprays and this, but I think I'm doing something wrong where they leak on me so much. Like let me take care of this right quick. So they sit on my shelf, but they are messy. And I used the one called Gilt as my gold paint splatter recently, instead of my Heidi Color Shine one in gold, because I love that one, but that one is out of stock, and I've been trying forever to try to find a replacement. So this one is just right now, and I also have a silver version in case you're ever wondering. It's called Sterling in silver. So I have these both on my shelf. So love it. All right, my sweets. I will leave Paislees and Petals link down below for shopping at FancyPants.com. Remember, if you make a purchase, please use the code MOMENTS10. It is linked in the description box for a discount off your purchases in case you are interested. Thank you so much for joining. If you are new here, please subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up, everyone. It helps my channel. And thank you for joining me. Bye.